There comes a moment in every life when something inside you finally whispers, enough. A moment when silence doesn't feel peaceful anymore, it feels like a slow, internal bruise. When your kindness starts looking like weakness in other people's eyes, and your forgiveness starts sounding like permission for them to hurt you again. That's when you realize a truth many learn too late. Peace without boundaries is not peace at all, it's quiet suffering. And suffering in silence is still suffering. No matter how deeply you love someone, you must never let that love cost you your dignity. The people who truly value you will never demand that you shrink yourself just to keep them comfortable. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." And if you allow toxic behavior to take root in your life, it will stain you, slowly, quietly, until you forget who you were before the damage. So today, we're diving deep into 6 toxic behaviors you must never tolerate, not from strangers, not from friends, and yes, not even from family. Because real strength isn't measured by how much you can endure, but by what you refuse to allow. They mock your dreams, they minimize your efforts, and when you finally speak up, they smirk and say, "Relax, it's just a joke." But ask yourself, since when is humiliation a form of humor? A joke that targets your dignity isn't comedy, it's disguised disrespect, and if you keep laughing along just to keep the peace, you're not being easygoing. You're teaching them that mocking you is acceptable. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." So don't fight fire with fire. Fight it with stillness. When someone tries to joke at your expense, stay calm. Look them in the eyes. Say nothing, because a silence rooted in self-respect cuts deeper than any angry comeback. Silence, when backed by dignity, becomes power. Manipulators are artists of guilt. They twist your care into control, bending your empathy until you start questioning your own worth. You'll hear phrases like, "I thought you cared about me, after everything I've done for you." But Stoicism reminds us of a simple truth: you are responsible for your actions, not for someone else's emotions. Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Manipulators know this. That's why they attack the mind, not the heart. They want you confused, not empowered. The Stoic response is simple: don't fight to be understood. Stand firm in your truth. Let your calmness disrupt their chaos. Let your steadiness frustrate, and as we continue from where we left off, remember this: not every wound is loud. Some are hidden in smiles, in voices that sound supportive on the surface, but carry shadows underneath. Some people will applaud you, yet you can feel the tension in their tone, the stiff smile, the way their eyes subtly dim the moment you begin to shine. Their support feels conditional, almost rehearsed. Stoicism doesn't teach paranoia, it teaches clarity, awareness, discernment. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." And the thoughts of envious people? They're often poisoned by comparison and quiet resentment. You must remember, not everyone who claps for you is celebrating you. Some only clap so they can sit close enough to watch the moment you stumble. Don't waste your breath explaining your success. Don't waste your energy proving your worth. Move forward quietly, confidently, with humility, but without naivety. Because the ones who envy your peace are usually the ones who still haven't found their own. Boundaries aren't cold walls, they're living gates, the gates that guard your peace, your time, and your mind. And when you say, "No," yet someone keeps pushing, that's not love. That's control. When you draw a line and they keep stepping over it, that's not care. That's entitlement. Epictetus said, "No person is free who is not master of himself." To master yourself, you must stop explaining your boundaries to people who have already shown they intend to break them. A Stoic man doesn't scream his boundaries into the world, he enforces them quietly, consistently. When you value your time, people begin to respect it. When you value your energy, they stop draining it. And when you can walk away, calmly, without anger, without theatrics, that's when you've reached real control. That's when you've stepped into real strength. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The nearer a man comes to a calm mind, the closer he is to strength." And that is the essence of Stoicism: calmness, awareness, and the quiet kind of power that doesn't need validation or applause. So do not tolerate what steals your peace. Do not justify the boundaries that protect your soul. And never apologize for becoming a person who finally respects himself enough to say, "Enough." Peace isn't found by escaping the world, it's found by disciplining the world within you. And that discipline begins the moment you stop tolerating what no longer deserves a place in your life. This is Stoic true wisdom, where you learn the art of emotional control, masculine peace, and timeless Stoic strength. Subscribe, stay grounded, and continue the journey toward becoming calm, centered, and unshakably strong. If you'd like, I can now